my channel. This week I am doing my most requested video, and that is a toddler gift guide, and I am putting a bit of a spin on it, and it's a Montessori inspired toddler gift guide. I get asked by my lovely subscribers constantly on my Instagram and on my YouTube channel which are the best toys to buy for this age, which ones will last the longest, and which ones will they actually play with. So here is my toddler gift guide, which is being sponsored by a wonderful online store called Woody Nation Kids. For those of my subscribers and viewers that are in the UAE, like I am, I live in Dubai, this is a brilliant website if you are looking for open-ended, imaginative toys that all come from ethical brands and beautiful things that will look lovely in your home as well. A toy that will support your child's gross motor development is a ride-on car. Our vintage style VLAC car comes from one of our favourite websites here in the UAE, woodynationkids.com. VLAC has actually been around and making toys for over a century, and the quality is just beautiful. They are a French brand and their toys are handmade and hand painted. Importantly, this is a ride-on car as opposed to a ride-in car. The ride-on nature means that your toddler is having to use their arms and legs to power it, which supports their gross motor development and coordination. And aside from this car looking absolutely stunning in our home, its design means that it is durable, hard wearing, and it's going to be around for a long time. So this is one of those pieces that when you pay for it now, you can think of it lasting up until your grandchildren or great-grandchildren. It's not going anywhere. A gift that was on my radar for a good while was the Melissa and Doug Latches Board. I wasn't actually going to buy it at this stage, but one came up secondhand on one of my Facebook groups that I'm in, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to buy it and I'll see if he's ready for it, and he absolutely is. He's had this for about 2 months now, so from about 14 months, which technically is way too early for this product. It says on the website 3+, but he loves it and can do pretty much all of the doors except for 1 and 2. One is a flick, and he just doesn't have the power in his fingers to do it, and this one is a twist one to do, and it's just a bit too difficult, but the others definitely he can do now. And so I like the product because now it means that he's got room to develop with it. So basically it is a series of latches and locks, all brass fitted on wooden doors, and they are able to use their fine motor skills and coordination to work them out and unlock the doors. And then there's little finger holes to open up the doors. Inside each one is also counting, so it's got so much potential for many different activities. You can even put cards inside or pictures of family and friends for language development. It is a great toy, and I wouldn't be put off by the 3+ age bracket because it is great for them now. If you're looking for a timeless toy that's going to support your child's fine motor skills, you've got to consider a set of wooden blocks. Our set comes from Woody Nation Kids and is by the brand Raduga Grez, which means rainbow dreams in Russian. It's a Russian toy brand, and all of their things are handmade and toxin and chemical free, which I think is one of the things I love most about getting things from Woody Nation Kids, is that you know that they have been curated with that in mind, that they are ethical brands, they are safe for children to use, that they haven't used toxic paints and things like that, and that the things are simply stunning. I mean, for a set of blocks, these are beautiful. Oscar isn't quite at the stage yet where he's able to create, bigger constructions like towns and things, but he definitely can stack blocks. He loves the feel of them, and you can see his creativity coming out when he picks up these kind of bigger triangular pieces and he holds it to his ear as a phone. He's picked up pieces and flown them around the room as aeroplanes. He loves to stack them, and of course, what toddler doesn't love? Knocking down a stack of wooden blocks, especially on our tiled floors. So I think if you're gonna try to get a toy that you know is not going to go out of fashion, definitely invest in a good set of quality wooden blocks. If you've watched my Montessori Practical Life video, that you'll know that Oscar is a big fan of sweeping, and having his own child-sized implement to do this with is just brilliant for him. And in fact, these toys, so I've got a dustpan, brush and a broom, are the most used, I would say, when children come and visit. I get so many toddlers around my house sweeping up for me. It is brilliant. They are obsessed with being able to do this because they see adults doing it, and children are learning from us. So if they see you doing it, they want to do it too. So these are two fabulous toys for a toddler that they will be able to use in much more successful ways as they grow older. Toddlers of this age have a fascination with the kitchen, probably because we spend so much of our time there, and so they are interested in the things that we are using. So getting your child their own set of pots and pans is a great toy to buy them, because they are able to then mimic what you're doing, and that is how they're learning. So we do a few different activities with these, as well as just practical life role play. Oscar uses the utensils for scooping activities and being able to transfer objects from one to the other, and he just loves these because they are metal and they sound exactly like the ones he plays with in the cupboard. He really enjoys playing with these, and if you have a mud kitchen or something like that outside, this will just add to that as well. Puzzles are a great toy for a toddler, and particularly these Montessori puzzles have been designed to go in stages as your child develops. I've actually got these two puzzles on order, so I haven't got them to show you, but just to let you know that these puzzles are going to support your child's hand and eye coordination, their pincer grasp, their concentration, their visual discrimination, and their hand strength. This puzzle that has 3 circles is going to support your child in understanding size difference and comparisons, where they have to put the same shape but in a different order. And there's also the puzzle that has 3 different shapes, all of the same colour, so that you're not trying to confuse the child with adding too many different elements. So a puzzle that, all the shapes are the same colour, so we're not talking about colour, we're just talking about shape, really supports their development and helps them distinguish what skill they're actually trying to achieve. With a puzzle, it doesn't matter that the piece is red or yellow necessarily. It's about getting the right shape in the right hole. That's what a jigsaw puzzle is about. So limiting the colour variation helps your child to really distinguish and focus on the task at hand. A toy that is going to support your child's physical development and gross motor skills is a push-along toy. We have a Fagus rubbish truck, and as far as rubbish trucks go, this is pretty beautiful. This is another toy that comes from woodynationkids.com, and the brand is just simply stunning. It has won so many awards for innovation, and Fagus actually means beach wood in Latin, because all of their toys are made of beech. They also don't include any staples or screws. It's all used wood interlocking and doweling to hold it all together. The design is so beautiful, and I decided a long time ago that I was going to buy quality toys. I would much rather spend my money on buying quality items than having numerous duplicate toys. This truck is absolutely stunning. It has lifts, the rubbish bins on the back lift up. It's got 2 people for the back and 2 people from the front. It also has a steering mechanism, so you can, as you push it along, you can use this knob on the top to steer the wheels. And I will just remove the rubbish truck so they don't move. It also tips back and holds in place to empty out the rubbish. Oscar is absolutely fascinated with this toy. He's obviously only 15 months at the moment, and he actually can sit on it and ride along with it. The quality of it is just incredible. So I would really suggest, when you're thinking of a push-along toy, that you really think of quality, one that's going to last. And if obviously it's your first child like it is ours, I'm thinking of toys that are going to last multiple children. And again, this is an heirloom toy. This is not going to go anywhere. This is built so well that you're going to be able to pass this down. A set of animals is a classic toy for a toddler of this age. They're just entering their imaginative and creative play stage, and they are also developing their language at a rate of knots. So collecting a set of animals that link to a lot of your books will help your child acquire that language. I've chosen the Osteimer brand because it is beautiful. The animals are all hand carved and they use non-toxic dyes, and they are a good size for this age. So here's the cow and the horse. I've also got a pig and a sheep and a cockerel and a duck. These are the only ones we have at the moment. They're not a cheap brand because obviously they are handmade, but I'm collecting them over time, and that's a good way to start. If you want to choose toys that are going to last, they are going to be probably more expensive, but you don't need to buy everything to begin with. Just start small and choose things that are going to link to what your child is familiar with at this stage. So farmyard books are really popular for toddlers because it's something that they are able to see at the weekend. You can go to the farm, and so that they can associate with in their books. So we read stories, and Oscar is now able to go and kind of pick up the cow and use it within his story. So it's like picking out the picture and being able to actually manipulate it, which is just fascinating for them, and they're able to learn their language much more easily if they can physically hold the animal and know the name of it. Of course, you cannot go wrong with buying any child books as a gift. Any book would just be a brilliant gift for any child. But at this age, particularly, I Spy books are really, really good. They provide your child with opportunities to learn and acquire their language in ways that maybe a general picture book story wouldn't. So although I absolutely would say buy your child storybooks, if you are to narrow it down for this age, I would definitely suggest kind of I Spy books. I mean, that's what I call them. They are books that are familiar to your child. So I've got this one, which is all about the home, beautifully illustrated. And if you can get books that have either photographic pictures or illustrations that are particularly real, that's the key, because your child needs to associate, and if the pictures and illustrations are too abstract, they just won't be able to do it. So this book is wonderful for being able to understand that this is a home and all of the things in it. Oscar has learnt the word stairs from this book because he was able to see the stairs and point to the stairs, and we were able to talk about it. I mean, we say stairs all the time, but I think being able to actually picture them in a book and then be able to point to them is just something else. So I've got this one, and I've got this beautiful book called A Pandemonium of Parrots, which is all about the collective nouns for animals, but also just beautiful illustrations, and that he's able to spot, and we'll be able to do this more and more as he gets older. There's little things around that say, you know, who's humming, who's resting, who's sleeping, who's the smallest. So this will grow with him. And this book, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know this is one of Oscar's most loved books and was the best, what was it, £5 I ever spent on a book. It is photographic pictures of vehicles. Most children go through a little phase of loving vehicles because it's what they see day to day. And having actual photographs is just brilliant. So if you can find these kind of books that are photographic images, even better. Giving the gift of music to a toddler is obviously going to be a wonderful thing to do. A set of percussion musical instruments is a great gift at this stage. Choose a good brand that you know is not going to fall apart, and definitely choose a wood-based set. When you're looking for a good set, choose one that has a variety of different instruments that need to be played in different ways. So my set has castanets, drums, tambourines, shakers, bells, and a harmonica, which is Oscar's favourite at the moment. He has just learned at 15 months how to blow into it. Before that he was sucking, and now he knows how to blow and be able to play with it. And that's the start of being able to learn a more complex instrument. So don't think that just these percussion instruments are just to bang around. They are the building blocks to learning instruments in your child's future. So that is the end of my toddler gift guide. I really hope that that has given you some inspiration of toys that your toddler will actually play with and will last a long time. If you are in the UAE, don't forget to go and check out Woody Nation Kids latchesboard.com for such lovely toys that I've mentioned and loads more. For all the other toys and for those, I'll put all the details down below and links so that you can go and check them out and buy them if you want to. And I will see you again next week. Bye.